Hello and welcome to Duos in Destiny, where two guys play make-believe in their basement. I am your dungeon master, Logan, and I would like to give a special shout out to In the Vast Forest from Spotify and Bandcamp. The artist is Jason Wardell. He produces all the music that you hear in the background, for instance, the one you hear right now. So be sure to check him out.
Hey guys, I'm Brandon. I'm your player. Thank you for tuning in to episode number 4. Can't thank you enough for joining us and sticking around with this ride so far. New episodes every single Wednesday. All of our socials, all the good details are always in the description. So remember to check those out. And feel free to leave us a comment, leave us a like, share us with your friends. We appreciate all of the love.
Tell your dog,
just
how much you like it.
Yeah.
You know, he wants to know.
Everybody has a good time sitting with their dog on the couch and having little scrunchies and not cats.
No,
just
those guys
dogs.
don't like D&D.
Yeah. But I guess that'll take us into last time. Dun 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 dun. On Commander's Log. The final approach to Grey Grim Island was met by an ambush on the Starhammer with a capital THE. They were ambushed by a pack of Grey Scabbers, where Carlisle and Carson both fell and were barely and luckily saved, by their automatons. Carson, on the other hand, was saved by some type of inner magic, a magical tear from Carlisle. With that brought some much-needed rest to Carson, and they eventually landed on Grey Grim Island, where Carson decided to take disguise and to hide just in case of anybody from Cognan Dustfinger's ships was still upon Grey Grim. In doing so, he was able to do a little reconnaissance, gather some information that Cognan was in Sector E, correct?
Yeah, Sector F.
Excuse me.
The neighboring sector.
Yes, Sector F. And as well as a lost sailor by the name of Ignis Clay. With all that information set, Carlisle and Carson both found respite in, oddly enough, Ignis Clay's house, as the space is limited as the growth happens still. But they had a peaceful evening gathering and sharing information about how their days had gone. But then Carson had another dream led by none other than what he assumes to be Themis. Dream I use relative, as it could have been a memory and a dream combined. But I think that is where we pick ourselves up when he wakes up in the morning.
Yeah, absolutely. So, as previously mentioned in the last session, you had woken in a start from your dream, kind of like catching your breath and reorientating yourself on this strange location. Furthermore, you were awakened by screams outside your door. Today, I do believe we touched on it. It was the very last bit of the episode. That's the cliffhanger we ended on.
Golly, maybe I just spaced out from
Did you really?
the Themis dream?
Yeah, absolutely. No, so, there was two folds to what woke you up previously. One was the Themis dream.
I literally remember you saying 2 reasons you woke up.
Okay, sweet. I was going to say, I'll disturb the memory, but anyways, I'll recap it. Yeah, so while you're kind of like orientating yourself, listening to the soft snores of Carlisle in the bunk next to you, you do wake up to the sound of screams and panic beyond. So, without further ado, let's flip this dilly.
Dilly-dally.
Ba-bam. And we find ourselves on Grey Grim Island. So, this would be like the picnic table that I talked to you about, like where they have like a communal eating, a cute little cook pot. And then the buildings themselves are very, very small, very rudimentary, and they just kind of like form a large circle around it. It's like a tight little community, and all the scorpion ships are kind of like parked around the outside. Okay. Around the outside. You and Carson, you are Carson, you and Carlisle share this bunkhouse over here. So the moment the screams pierce Carlisle's snoring, kind of like, and he like sits up immediately. Huh? What? Carson, are you okay?
Okay, saw me. There's screams outside.
Oh no!
Be ready. Let's go.
He stands up, grabs his overcoat, tosses it over, shoves his hand in the pocket, pulls out his pistol, and then slings his musket over his shoulder. And he stops next to the door, and he kind of looks at you. And he says, "Are you ready? I don't know what we're getting into." And he like, there's a window at the top of the door, and he kind of like peeks up and peers out, and the two of you kind of like both peer out, and meeting your eyes is a scene of absolute chaos.
Oh no!
So, for starters, there is
oh gosh
a.
Oh,
so this is not the Night Spider, the actual ship, but scale wise, for just being on top of a house, this is the Scout Spider ship, the spider ships that the Neogi have been seen piloting.
okay.
So it's the much smaller. It's not quite the full size Night Spider. That would technically be like Spelljammer scale, but for something landed on top of the rooftop, that would be a pretty appropriate scale for these miniatures. So you guys peer out and you see this Night Spider or Scout Spider has like perched itself on top of one of the buildings. There is underneath the table, you see Darblar's grandma is sheltering, hiding. All three children are with her. The cookpot has been kicked over. There is a Neogi not too far from it, right there. And the Neogi has a Earth Genasi on a chain, kind of like chained around his neck, and it's standing with the Neogi, like kind of like right next to it.
Okay.
And then this cook fire has been knocked over and is kind of like slowly spreading its way towards the picnic table.
Okay.
You see off in another corner, and to represent that, we'll just use the Scorpion ship because it's technically appropriate. Over here is an actual Scorpion ship, and it is piloted, or not piloted, but on the deck you see Kirsten Woto, the Urchinasi female. She is kind of like shouting orders from the deck, and in the claws of the Scorpion ship is an Umber Hulk. I guess you wouldn't know what an Umber Hulk is. You've never seen one of these. But what you see is this gigantic, hulking, insectoid creature with these large, crazy eyes, pincers, and these grasping claws. In the Umber Hulk's claws, who, mind you, is in the claws of the Scorpion ship, is Cobble Roundstone, who's just getting thrashed about. So Kirsten and Cobble are over here, locked in combat with a large insectoid Umber Hulk. Darblar's hiding underneath the table here with a Neogi and one of its prisoners walking this way. And the prisoner is kind of like this ruddied, brown-skinned Earth Genasi. This Night Spider has perched itself on top of one of the buildings there. And then off in another corner, not far from where you guys are, is a group of three fighting another one of the Neogi. And it doesn't look like it's turning out well for the three. Like the Neogi is on the upper hand at the current moment. And one of those three is Kartug Onyxback.
Kartug.
All of them are in...
You might not need to die.
All of them are in pretty dire straits as you guys peer out from the door. And Carlisle, is kind of like, oh, we're in for it now. And he pulls out his communication device, similar to what you have, what was previously on your Gorget, but now enchanted into your medium armor, your medium breastplate. He says, Sage, come in. It's Carlisle. We're going to need immediate extraction. Operation Zulu. Meet us at the cave. And then you hear in response what? Huh? What's going on? Oh, understood. On our way. And then it keeps going on as if he didn't know how to hang up, and he says, Automaton, Operation Zulu. I repeat, Operation Zulu. Captain Carlisle needs our help now. To your man your stations. And it cuts off. You would know these sending units are ascending spells, so it's
Okay.
25 words.
Very
so
good.
It kind of like trails off until eventually,
Yeah.
like, he just never hung up at the time. So after Carlisle sends his message to Zage, he looks at you and he says, "Oh, any ideas?"
I grab my trident and I'm like shucking up a little bit. And as I grab it, I kind of like take my other hand and I go to grab up, but I grab and I actually poke the top of the trident.
Oh, yeah.
And it cuts the inside of my left palm. As my blood hits the tip of my trident, you watch it just slowly
Across the trident?
as ice takes upon the top of the trident. I rolled 1 point of damage.
Nice.
For it as I do the rite of the frozen upon my trident. And I go, Carlisle,
Pick up the pace here with the music a little.
I'm real tired of dying. And
Not today.
No one's dying today.
The heroes today.
Let's go. And I just kick the door.
As he
But
does
it's
it,
an
he
open?
as an exterior door, it definitely would open inside. So
Yeah.
as you kick the door, he just kind of like pulls it open and wheels the corner with his pistol. So
Gunning.
door open. Where are you going to
5,
now?
10, 15, 20, 25. Shoot. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Seeing this. And
Okay.
I will...
I'm going to treat this as a surprise round as well,
Okay.
because everybody on the battlefield, you are joining it now. So, like, this is your surprise round, and then we're going to roll initiative and pick up with that.
Oh, okay.
So while you go there, Carson's going to go to the... dang it, I keep mixing you two up.
I know.
Carlisle's going to go
You-
to the corner of this
You
building.
could have named him anything else.
I know.
I didn't know his name was Carlisle.
He's gonna wrap around the corner of the building you guys are at now. For a point of reference, the cave in question is the cave of Grey Grim, the dragon,
Okay.
and it is on the opposite side of town, out that way.
Okay.
So basically, like, cross the entire map is where you're heading.
Not sure. So I run, and I go as I'm running. Carlisle, my trident's frozen. It feels like it's from me.
Hit it harder!
And I go up, and I'm just gonna single arm, pull the trident back, javelin.
Oh, you throw it?
Yeah.
Right on.
Right
Absolutely.
into the side to like poke this guy.
Okay, for sure. Go ahead and roll
Are you saying-
to attack. It is a surprise
Are
round,
you
so you do have
saying
advantage.
Or
You
advantage, I
have
mean,
advantage.
not initiative.
Not initiative yet. We're
But
going to get there.
advantage. Okay. That would be a 17 to hit.
A 17 does hit the
Nice.
Niyogi.
Oh, not a D6, a D8. Do you want me to? Do you need split damage at all, or just total?
There is no split damage here.
So I got 9 points of damage. as
9
I
points. Okay. Excellent.
Just full bore step up, chuck it right into the side of that Niyogi. That's 5 feet between us or so.
Okay, awesome. So as the trident sails and pierces into the side of the Niyogi that I have labeled as red, you did 7 points of damage.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Excellent. Carlisle, standing behind, he kind of just shouts out to you, "Duck!" And there is a crack
What?
as he
Oh.
unleashes a shot from his musket,
Okay.
which is going, golly, it goes wide and kind of hits one of the buildings behind with a total of a 9 on the dice. And so he kind of like tucks back behind and starts to reload.
Okay.
From there, if I can get your initiative, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna change dice.
Let's go
here.
magenta.
That's a real
Oh, that's good. 16.
wow, I shouldn't change dice. You got a 16?
Yes, sir.
Excellent, excellent. Okay. So, that means we are to the top of the initiative. Top of the initiative, this Neogi is going to hop up on top of the table that Darblars is under.
Okay.
And he's going to be like cackling. And you hear him shout out and he says, "We know it was your community that stole our ship and took our helm," as he's like stabbing down into the deck. I'm just gonna roll for disadvantage.
Does he have a weapon, or is it just like his feet that are like?
It's a weapon. He's got like a rapier that he's just stabbing down into it with. So I'm gonna stab with disadvantage at Darblars, basically because he's not trying to really hit her. Yeah. Okay, that was a natural 20 before I smoked it. But no, with disadvantage, a 9, and then I need the other one here. That is on the back side. Is a 5, so a 14. 14 would hit someone that does not wear any armor. So she's going to take. Okay, you see one of the rapiers as he's piercing down actually stabs into Darblars and hits her in the shoulder.
Okay.
And she kind of like collapses to the ground with a scream and is starting to bleed. And like the children are huddling underneath her, real scared. She's kind of like sheltering them still, and you can tell, I guess, from your point of view, that she is still there.
You said there's kids right there?
Yes.
Did you leave that part out before? Or did you say that?
No, I definitely said it.
Okay.
Watch it back, baby.
I don't doubt you at all. There's just...
Yeah,
taking
there's a
this all
total
in.
of 3 children on the Grey Grim Island, and yeah, they
all 3 kids are underneath there.
Yeah,
you're an evil person.
I don't know,
right.
maybe.
You guys be the judge.
Yeah, get in the comments. But yeah, so he is stabbing down and ends up actually piercing part of her, and as he pulls the blood up, he's like, and licks the blood from the blade. This Earth Genasi, sorry, I couldn't think of what it was, is just going to kind of like stay next to him, but not do anything per se. It's just kind of like cowering next to him.
Okay.
Ending his turn, it takes us to you, Carson.
Is my trident like stuck, or did it like poke and like fall to the ground?
Yeah, so it's actually like stuck into like the large abdomen portion of the Neogi, like the large spider part portion. It's kind of like just jammed in the back, so it's still kind of like hanging on as it's twisting about.
I didn't expect to do this soon, but you pulled my heartstrings. I look back at Carlisle. The kids! And as I step forward, am I freely able to pull my trident? Okay.
Absolutely.
So I use my 5 feet forward, and I look back at Carlisle again. I said, "Kids!" And with that, I didn't throw my jacket or my my big, I almost want to call it a duster, so that's what it kind of feels like.
Yeah.
In this moment of need and like greater growth over than myself, these 2 massive spectral wings burst out from my back.
Oh.
I did not anticipate to do this quickly, but I need to get the distance.
Crazy. Yes, absolutely.
And
dude, that's awesome.
His adrenaline is high. He's more than willing to sacrifice himself in order to save the children.
Yeah.
So it gives me a fly speed of my speed. So I already used 5 feet. So 25. Awesome. So if I go 5 up to start climbing over, so 10, 15, 20, 25. Do we have any type? Oh, yeah, we do.
Oh, yeah, we do. I was just sad. I don't know what we're doing.
I'm only 5 feet up, though.
Okay, yep. Understood.
But with my... I'm just throwing out all sorts of new stuff today, because with my trident in the air, I just grab it and I go, "Hey, leave them be!" And I shove my trident at him in the air.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna Eldritch Blast.
Oh, no way.
From the trident.
Dude, that is sick. Okay, absolutely. You are going to take an opportunity attack from the Neogi that you disengaged.
He doesn't want to do that.
He definitely does.
No, he doesn't.
Mark it down for a natural 1.
Let's go.
I hate you, Dice. I hate you. You're done.
Commander stats. Workshopping the name.
Commander's log?
Wait, though, that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Everything is just Commander's log?
Yes, literally. Commander's log.
Last time on Commander's log, we had a Commander's log. All right. Looking at this because I did not write down my Eldritch Blast actually in here. Not great, 13.
13 is going to miss.
Damn.
So you go to shoot it and it just whizzes right past his head. And he says, "So you think to challenge me?" As it kind of like thrusts its blade over to the side, and it just like its 8 legs just kind of like clatter on top of the deck.
How high is the picnic table?
It's just like your standard table height, so maybe like 3 foot to the top.
So I'm gonna say I'm gonna go back 5 feet.
Okay.
And then go 10 feet. So I'll be 10 feet in the air then.
Okay.
instead.
So you're total of 10 feet up.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I feel better about that.
Understand.
Okay. So I'm just sitting there like, it's almost like my eyes. Well, they're naturally gray, but now it's almost like.
Sorry, Carson. I was curious if I could write the footage on here and still erase it. I think so. What's the worst that can happen?
Eventually, well, you have to flip it over, and all of a sudden now there's a top and a bottom.
No, isopropyl alcohol.
I almost want to say like he's like in a blackout mode.
Oh yeah.
Completely newfound power.
Yeah.
Of like utter like strength, and then like just.
If you allow it, on the initial like flex out of your wings, there is this kind of like spark, as if metal has struck metal, as your wings just erupt from behind you, and then all of a sudden there's these like large golden wings behind, or whatever color they be. But
I will probably they kind of probably like mimic my hair to where like it's like a white to a yellow.
Yeah. Okay.
So like coming from my body, they're like a white and then to a yellow.
Yeah.
So like that white to that gold. So yeah.
The dirty blonde wings.
Yeah, I think that'd be kind of cool.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So wings spread wide at the edge of the table. Anything else from you? I don't know if it was a bonus action to activate the wings, I'm guessing?
Yes.
Okay.
That's a good.
And then action and your movement. So you are spent.
Yes, because it is called Celestial Revelation. And there's a couple things I can do.
Yeah,
with
absolutely.
That. But yes, sir. That's my action.
Awesome. Okay.
Bonus action movement.
Across the way, fighting the scorpion ship, you see the large insectoid, the whole, Umber Hulk, I don't care. It's the Umber Hulk.
No, it's fine.
Yeah,
it's
the
better
Umber
for
Hulk
the audience
is
to know too.
pounding onto the deck of the scorpion ship with cobble roundstone. Like it's
dude.
part of him in his
Why are you
hand.
pulling my strings like this? I can't be everywhere.
And so it's just basically a slam attack. He has him grappled, so it would be at advantage. The first roll was a 19, and then the second roll was a 16.
Well, it was about
so
solid.
Both, one would hit. It's just technically one single attack.
Right.
And I got rid of...
Hey, that's a pretty cool book there.
Oh, yeah. Isn't it really cool?
Gosh.
Watch this. You know what's really cool? So, like, if I need to find a character sheet, for instance, I just need to actually know where I put things because I change where I put my things every time. That's on my own thing. ADHD brain as opposed to actual organization. But this thing sure does help. I just got to flip to the right where I have it, and then, whoops, I ripped it. Just kidding. I can put it back in.
Hey.
Cantrips Media.
Cantrips
Nice disbound custom notebooks.
Good job.
Okay. Anyways, thanks for the ad read.
Yeah, sponsor us, Cantrip
Yes,
Media.
please do. Anyways,
We love your books.
so the Umber Hulk is thundering cobble into the deck, and I have a sinking suspicion I don't even need to technically roll for this whole folk. Yeah, I don't need to roll. I rolled anyways.
No.
But yeah, with enough damage, you see Cobble Roundstone go from like fighting against the grass to all of a sudden just ragdoll. I'm evil.
Give a man a chance. That's what you get.
I do. I just laughed myself into an evil cough. Okay, so as he's getting thundered into the claw of the scorpion ship itself, you do see the scorpion is going to take the Umber Hulk and kind of like bash it into the deck itself.
Okay.
Oh, that's a natural 20. Mark it down, baby. We need that one.
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
I mean, that's your first one of the campaign?
I believe so.
It is.
Ooh, excellent, excellent. Quick math is awesome. Okay, so the Umber Hulk is getting thrashed in return from the Scorpion, and you hear Kirsten shouting over the deck of the ship, her just shouting out, "Get to the Scorpions! Get to the Scorpions!" And it's not just the characters that I mentioned.
Sure.
They're the ones that you see in stark contrast. But there are other fishermen. For instance, there was a lot of dead bodies around as well, like people that you have seen around. I'll just throw a couple extra like minis as people that are lifeless and unmoving. Get down.
He's alive.
Wait,
He's alive.
Dude, dwarfs are tanky, man. So there's a couple people completely down, unmoving around, and then there's a handful of people that are like evacuating towards the scorpion ship. So it is true chaos.
Sure.
With that, we are going to go to the blue Neogis. That's right. You hear from within this building here, there are the sounds of terrible screams. So you just hear off to your right something screaming. Coming to the Neogi that is attacking Kartug and his friends. Kartug, you do have leather armor, so you have an AC of 13, and this is going to bite at him.
Okay.
Who was almost a natural 20 again, but it rolled over to a 14. A 19 definitely hits on the bite attack. So the Neogi lashes out with its large, like eel-like neck and sinks its teeth into Kartug's neck. And it's going to take a total of 5d6 damage, which is a big ouch for Homeboy.
That is no bueno.
Yep. 11... Another 8, 19 plus. Okay, yep. With 21 points of damage, Kartug goes down amidst the fight there. And Red itself is not looking healthy. Like, they have been battling him, but he's not... He's still standing, and he's putting up one heck of a fight. It moves on from Kartug and just goes straight to the guy behind him. Unknown NPC number 2, as he attacks, misses him, just kind of like throws the claws, and he ducks out of the way, and it kind of like gets stuck in the wall, and he pulls out, thrusts his other claws at them again with an 11. Dang it, both of those are going to miss.
Good.
They do have a bonus action. The bonus action is a enslavement. So I'm going to make the other guy is going to make a wisdom saving throw or become... Oh, dude, he's so lucky. He rolled an 18. Excellent. So he succeeds on the wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
And
Good
that
job.
is the entire use for that
For
ability for his red. Yes. So I'm just going to slash it off as if he does not have that ability anymore because it's once per short rest. Okay, ending Red's turn as he just kind of is shouting out in victory as he's tearing into these folks. It is going to be the green Neogi's turn, who I do have a note of where he's at. So let me flip back there. Where did I go with that? As I flip back and forth. Okay, yes. He is on... I keep doing that. Is on the backside here.
The ship's moving.
Yes. I'm not going to use this mini for that because that's a little too confusing putting that one on there. This is going to represent him here.
Okay.
This Neogi has a fisherman chained, and he is dragging him back towards the ship.
God.
Yes. And so he's dragging a screaming and struggling fisherman towards the ship. Ending Green's turn. It is Carlisle's turn. He turns the corner and he's like, Carson, have you always been able to do that? Takes another musket shot at Red. You got this, baby.
Come on.
Missed box. That one goes in the commander's log.
You're the leading commander's log. So dude.
Dang it, dude, Carlisle, why do you got to roll like that? A 12 is going to miss.
No.
And so he's going to set his musket to the side, and he is going to use his action surge.
Thank you.
He's like, not the time, Carson, Carlisle. And he pulls the corner and is going to take he's going to like run this way and kind of like get a line of sight on the black Neogi and take a revolver shot at him.
Let's go.
That is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. He'll move here.
Okay. It's like not even rolling.
Golly, I have only rolled in the single digits for Carlo.
Next round I get to roll.
You ought to, man.
Yep.
You ought to,
Give me
because that's a wasted action.
Let me just break in.
Yeah,
I'll get
so
to the next
you
roll.
hear these two as he's running and missing all of his shots, but he's going to tuck back over here, ending his turn. Man, what a waste. Black is going to come rushing at you. 5, 10, 15. You're 10 feet up in the air.
And 10 feet over. Or 15 feet across, too. So 15 feet over.
Yeah. Okay.
If you use cosine.
Yeah, absolutely.
The...
No, he doesn't need to move at all.
Oh, gross.
So I didn't need to do that. He stands where he's at and he cocks his head and he's like, "You'll be an example." And he's going to release this tentacle attack. He thrusts his claws up in the air, and there is this black swirling ichor that just shoots out at you in the form of a tentacle.
Okay.
A ranged attack at you for a natural 1.
Let's go.
Okay.
You just keep it up.
Yeah, no, this dice is gone.
I really need you to keep rolling on bad guys, though.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah.
Although that dice is also rolled.
That's, yeah.
2 natural 20s, too.
I rolled the natural 20 on the black dice.
You rolled 2 natural 20s tonight.
Oh, have I?
One was on that one. One was on the black dice, but that one's rolled 1 natural 1 and a miss box is a different dice. So,
ooh, I get 2 of these ranged spell attacks. So the first one goes wide as he kind of lashes out the spectral tentacle at you. He takes his other hand and lashes
the
him.
Tentacle
one.
the tentacle flies 30 feet in the air.
Yeah, technically it could fly 120 if it needed
wow.
to.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like this insanely long black ichor tentacle that strikes out to you. 14 to hit.
Would I have my armor on or not? That's the big question. I'm sleeping, so no.
Yeah, I would say.
Or am I joking?
Yeah, technically dawned off rules. You wouldn't be sleeping to get a long rest.
Yeah.
So.
So it's 10 plus.
10 plus your dex mod.
Yeah. Okay, so 11. So yes.
Okay, 14 will hit. I like to hear that. And then I need to roll some
I don't really.
D6s. For one, as you're hit with this tentacle, you feel like this slow within your body where you cannot take reactions until the end of the Nyogi's next turn.
Okay. Can I ask what kind of damage it is, too?
It is necrotic.
Thank you.
Yes, I knew you had resistance. Recently gained. Yeah, absolutely. That's going to be a total of 12 points of necrotic damage as it lashes into you and the tentacle kind of wraps around you and is playing tug of war with you in the air as your wings are just keeping you up, and it's like this divine radiance flowing through you, beating back the necrotic pulse from the tentacle, and he's just laughing.
Is the wing holding me? Am I grappled?
No, it lets you go.
Picture.
Yeah, sorry,
okay,
it does let you go. It was he just kind of it eventually pulls back to his hand. No, you're not grappled. That does take us to your turn, though, Carson. What are you doing?
Does it? I don't know. There's so much happening.
There's a lot.
I
was excited. I've been thinking about this all week. I was so excited.
Okay. I don't really feel like I have a choice. Okay. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Wait a second. I haven't even seen that trade. What is that? That is awesome. I need to see if this is a once a day thing. Sorry, I'm definitely kind of using the tablet today a little bit because there's just so much happening.
What's the trait called?
Oops, I just rolled. So underneath right focus, I also gain a sub thing called the Celestial. As a bonus action, you can expend one of your blood maledicts to heal one creature you see within 60 feet of you.
Oh,
1d4 plus 2.
that's cool.
So it's kind of like a free...
Like a free healing word.
yeah, healing word.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But I have to use a blood maledict, which I only have one of, so it's kind of a...
That's pretty crazy, though.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's a nice thing. Because only having one use of my blood maledict isn't great when I need something like that. But,
yeah.
Okay, so... Golly, I'm going to think distance is kind of key. He's attention on me, so I'm going to recopy, pull back again, charge up with Eldritch Blast, shove it towards him.
And all the Eldritch Blasts are just coming out of your icy trident.
Yeah.
Right on. I almost saw it.
Yeah, there's a 20 facing you.
Yeah.
That's not going to hit. That's a 12 again.
Dang, nope. A 12 is going to miss on the Eldritch Blast.
Yep.
That would be your action. Bonus action. Movement.
No, there's no reason to do either one.
Okay,
I mean,
awesome. So you kind of just hold firm, and celestial wings just beating behind you, keeping you in place. Ending your turn, taking us to the Umbra Hulk with Cobble Roundstone completely limp in his grasp. It's just going to continue pounding onto the Scorpion ship.
okay.
So it's going to try to overcome the damage on that one. What is that? 2d6 plus 5. And the Scorpions have a damage threshold. So let me find that in my handy Cantrips Media notebook, where I have stashed multiple different character sheets in the form of disc-bound spirals.
I don't know. Disbound spirals are the best.
Damage threshold of 20. Okay. I did figure out on objects, there is a damage threshold that you actually have to overcome. And if you basically, if you don't meet the damage on that damage threshold, the object just doesn't take the damage. Like, it has its AC, but if you don't do over 20 points of damage in that hit, it doesn't take
any. Interesting.
Yeah. But if you go 25, it takes the full 25.
Yeah, sure.
It's really weird. But I was reading up on that and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Because,
you punch a piece of wood. If you don't punch it hard enough, nothing happens.
Yeah. And so this, as hard, there is this bang, clang, bang, bang of this Umbra Hulk just pounding on the Scorpion claws, but the Scorpion remains undamaged. As it's going to take a turn in retaliation, as Kirsten is just on deck ordering it to just continually slam it. So it's kind of like, actually, I'm just going to imagine this is got him pinned and it's just taking the other claw and it's just bang, bang, bang,
Absolutely.
slowly punching it in the head. And it is grappled. Both are 13s. Wow, that's crazy. And the modifier was a 6, so a 19 does hit.
Okay.
And this was my bingo. Wow, nice damage. 11 plus 4 is going to be 15. Okay. Rewrite some of things. Okay, excellent. Awesome. So the Umbra Hulk and the Scorpion ship are just kind of going toe to toe in the corner. Kirsten Woe toe to toe. Fun fact: Kirsten Woto's ship name is Woto's Undertow. I'm sorry. I thought about that this week and I was giggling, so I was like, I'm naming it. And it's going to come up in conversation and I naturally influence his name. Okay, anyways, ending the Umbra Hulk, I'm going to make a death saving throw for Kartug. Let's do this here on the battle map so everybody sees. Ooh, okay. So Kartug is going to stay holding on. We're going to mark that as a success versus his... failures. Continued screams. There is one final loud piercing scream from this, and then silence. It's ah! That's just cut short. Green is off this way. So he's going.
Well, is it a bonus action for me to use the sending spell?
Oh, from the thing? Yeah, sure.
If I make it, okay.
The green Neogi, out of the corner of your eye, you see the Neogi is starting to like climb the side because they have like the spider climb ability. So he's climbing up the side of the building, and the sailor in tow, or the fisherman in tow, is just like dangling from his chain, just kind of like struggling and thrashing about. But he's slowly making his way back to the spider. I'm gonna do a death save for Cobble. Over there, holding on, baby.
That was a cool roll.
Yeah, it was. Cobble is holding on, taking us to Carlisle's turn. He's going to... Carson, do you have this handled? And he's 5, 10, 15. Getting around the corner. He's going to take a shot. Come on, baby. Roll higher than a single digit. You want to mark me down for another missed box? I shouldn't have rolled it left-handed.
I told you I should have rolled.
Yeah, man. I'm getting closer. I'm edging up by like each time. This time for a total of 13, so we're almost getting there, but we're not quite there. He takes another shot, and he's like, I should have grabbed my glasses. And he pulls them out of his coat and sticks them on.
Golly.
And he's got those like small little round spectacles that sit way down on his nose, so it's kind of like this number, you know?
Yeah.
I wish I sure could have hit. That's incredible. Okay. Underneath the table there is Darblar's kind of cowering, and you see, I'm gonna borrow this guy. We don't need him. You see one of the children makes a break for it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Into this building there.
Wild.
Taking us to the top of the turn for the black Neogi that is kind of facing you down.
Okay.
He says, "Why don't you come fight me like a man?" As he unleashes another 2 tentacles, like he just like coalesces his black energy, whoosh, and whips it at you. God, my dice suck. For an 8 total, and another natural 1.
Oh, let's go.
I'm calling it for the night. Okay, pick it up next time.
And I just yell back,
Duos and Destiny. Because I can actually roll some dice. This is embarrassing.
I'm more of a man than you'll ever be. Femus watches over these people.
Then I will make you mine.
And your blood will fall upon the ground today.
It's your turn. Take it.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yep.
I fly full bore at this guy. How big are they?
I'm
a big guy.
Yeah. They're listed as small aberrations.
Oh, sick.
Which the minis definitely don't suggest small creatures.
Not at all.
So I'll classify them as mediums. But they would be, I'd say, like they're probably on the side of like 120 pounds medium.
So I'm gonna fly directly at this guy and just like launch myself out of tackle.
Right on. Okay. Awesome.
To throw him off.
So you go turtling at this guy and attack. If you would make, are you looking for like a grappled?
Yeah, I wanted like if I can, or would it be more of a shove to push him back off the roof?
Okay, yeah, a shove attack would be great. The shove attack rules. Freshen me up on those.
Must succeed on the target must succeed on a strength to dex. It chooses which. Saving throw is DC equals 8 plus proficiency bonus plus my strength modifier. Either push it 5 feet away or cause it to have the prone condition. So the DC would be 8 plus 2 plus my strength is a 3. So DC would be 13.
I rolled a 12.
So I'll push it 5 feet so that way it falls off the roof. Then.
Okay.
So I just come up
falling damage is a D6 per 10 foot.
Correct.
Right? They're not big buildings. They're just basically shacks. So it's just going to be that D6. That's a 6 though.
That's a good roll.
So he like falls flat and just...
So trying to go, as I'm flying forward, picking up speed, trying to go sideways, both hands. And I just, as he like turns and looks at me, flying towards him, try to go into his eel, like neck, and just shoves him back off.
Right on. Okay, so you hear like this gargle, like as it falls down, and then it gets this wind knocked out of him. It is prone on the ground.
Okay.
That is your action. So you do have bonus action, and that was your full movement. So
Yeah, so I'm still there. I don't have any bonus actions, so I'm going to stay put above. Yeah, I'll stay put there.
Okay, cool. The Umber Hulk is just going to try to break the grapple from the Scorpion ship. So I'm going to do just contested strength checks. This is my Scorpion ship dice. Okay, and the Umber Hulk definitely breaks free. So it kind of like wrenches the claw free and tosses it to the side. And then it is going to take its movement to jump onto the deck of the Scorpion ship. So we're going to remove this out of play as like referencing the fact that it's a Scorpion ship. And we're going to transition into like something larger, fighting. We're going to pilfer this dead body. So Kirsten Woto fighting the Umber Hulk now. And Kirsten Woto is not armored by any means. Like she didn't look like she was a fighter. Yeah, she was just there. So the Umber Hulk kind of like thunders up to her.
This is a massacre. This is like going down the history books. It's like Gregory Island, bad idea. Ships are done.
Yeah, it's a crazy moment here. Yeah. Okay. Ending that turn, it is the second death saving throw for our boy Kartug. Man, is that my third natural one tonight?
No.
Fourth?
I think.
Golly. I'm rolling like hot trash.
I think you had two.
Absolute trash. Oh, no.
That is your third.
And natural ones on death saves are two failures.
Yeah.
So the Niyogi kind of like steps forward and ends up like stepping on him, and you can like I guess Carlisle would be the one to see like he's standing right on his throat, and like the breath is just leaving Kartug. He's not able to take anything in. He's struggling on the ground, barely holding on. Blue for his turn is going to burst out, get in here, and then take a look around.
Another one?
And then it sees the child.
In the house?
It's like right at the door. Ending their turn, Red is going to take the claw attacks at the two in front of him for a 6, 5, 11 total. It's going to miss on the first claw.
Nice. This guy's just dodging.
Yeah. He's like, he was on Kartug's crew for a reason, dude. Obviously.
Dive and dodge.
Dang it. Still missed again. I have like consistently only rolled either a natural 20 or in the single digits.
It's a good thing.
And it does.
I think you underestimate
Yeah. Yeah.
what would
Okay.
be happening currently.
And it already used its enslave action.
It did.
So.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So it's entirely missing everybody in front of it, rendering it ineffective. Green is flat on its back. It is going to stand back up for, we agree, 10 feet movement, right? Is standing back up?
That's your call.
Okay, that's what we're doing, because half movement is kind of lame, especially if you're a monk.
I'm going back to that, so.
You are?
Absolutely.
Lame.
It's too strong, because then it makes the prone condition not mean anything, and that's what I've learned.
That is true. No, I
Because
appreciate
then
that
it's
insight.
like, when something's prone, either player or DM, it's like when I get you guys into the prone condition, it's like no big deal. 10 feet, I'm back up. You know,
even if your movement speed is like enhanced, you like
you still have more speed though than general.
Yeah, I guess that is true.
I mean, like I can comprehend where you're coming from.
Yeah,
but at the same time, think about that from like, so if you did have 50 feet of movement and it only took you 10, you hop back up, you still have 40 feet of movement.
Yeah,
you had no negative to being prone.
And I guess regardless, like you still do
other than potentially being attacked
more, like even if you have 50 feet of movement versus 30, you still have 25 as opposed to 15. So yeah, it makes sense. Rules as written, let's keep it. I see your point. I definitely,
I've already made that mental note very strongly that I was like, we'll finish out that way, but next round I'm gonna fight back for the norm.
No, I understand. We'll keep it. Yeah. So no, 15 feet of movement to stand back up. They do have a 30-foot movement speed and a 30-foot climb speed. They have no hindrance on their climb. So he's going to let go of the chain, and it is going to 5, 10 up the building, 5 to get level with you, and it is going to take the claw attacks.
That's going to hit me.
No, it won't for an 11?
Yeah.
Oh, 11 just hits.
I don't have armor.
Yes! I
You say
finally
yes.
hit something.
I could very easily die.
This is 2d4 slashing damage coming at you.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, especially when I roll 2 4s.
Yeah, it is.
That's going to be 11 points of slashing damage on the first claw attack.
First attack, yeah.
Second claw attack, definitely going to hit with a 15. Technically a dirty 20. And then 6 points of slashing damage to you on that one. Still standing?
Yeah, I mean, barely.
Barely? Right
So,
on. Okay.
Okay.
You hear behind you the black Neogi kind of keeping his focus on you is just like, surrender now and you won't die, or die. Your choice. Ending Green's turn technically, which is the death save for Cobble. I'm just going to pick up the dice that I left in the middle of the day. Okay, wow. Both of them fail. The second death saves him less detrimentally so than Kartug. Taking us to Carlisle's turn. He's got his glasses perched on the end of his nose. He's reloaded. He's taking his time. And he's got his shot lined up.
Oh my gosh.
How many natural ones can I roll in a night?
That is the fourth one now. You were at 3.
Dude, this sucks.
Absolutely.
This sucks.
I'm not quite sure what to do. I'm hurting so hard because I don't want to run. Because everybody will die or be enslaved.
Yeah.
But I'm like at the point now where like if we don't run, we made it 4 episodes. We made it 4 sessions. This is it.
Oh my goodness.
Like Carlisle hasn't been hit yet.
Yep.
But like that don't mean nothing.
Okay. Darblar's at the top of the round. Underneath, I'm gonna pilot Pilfer again. She's gonna be Darblar's, and then I'm gonna make these two. This big guy is the 2 children. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. They rush to that door. Darblar's is going to run straight at the Neogi over here. 5, 10, 15. She's a slow old gal, but she just runs at the Neogi. She's like, if you want somebody, take me. She kind of like comes rushing up underneath. You do not see, well, I guess you would see, this guy does not see that behind her back she has like a flaming like table leg. And she's just going to take like a cheap shot at this guy.
Did you roll another one?
No, 4. I can't roll for it. This is sad, man. No, so she goes to like, feebly swing at it and it just ducks and it's like,
it's because she's 87.
Yeah, absolutely. Bad time for her. The black one behind you. I hate to do it to you, but you're the target.
Yeah. He'll take me. Let's do this. I'll start creating a new character.
Actually, what it's going to try to do is enslave you. So I'm going to have you make a wisdom saving throw.
Yikes. My name's Barson. I'm from Torvengard.
Goodness. Excuse me.
Wisdom saving?
Yep, wisdom saving throw.
-1. 7.
Okay.
I have 20 facing me again.
Golly. Okay. You are enslaved by the main Neogi. You obey the Neogi's commands. And for those playing along at home, this is not a charmed condition, so he does not have advantage, even though he's fighting it. This is a Neogi feature. So you are now enslaved. You obey its commands. You cannot take reactions. And the voice kind of like rings throughout, and it says, "I told you you would be mine. Which one would you like to kill first for me? Make an example out of yourself, eh?" Ending the Black's turn. Carson, you kind of, all your volition falls away from you, and you feel like this hollow emptiness. You like retreat within yourself almost. As you're watching yourself, you turn, your eyes fall on the two children, and you jump off the building. 5 feet, 10, 20, 25, 30. You get right up to the kids, and you just reach down and you grab both of them. Like you're basically grappling them at this
I have
time.
my trident in my hand.
Okay, so I guess you could just grab one then. So you'll keep the trident in the hand, you grab one, and you push the trident up to its neck. And this Neogi says, "Stop! Everybody stop or they die!"
So, oh my gosh. Before my last turn, I asked you. Was it before my last turn? I asked you if I could hit the button as a bonus action.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah.
And I didn't do it.
I
forgot to do it.
No, that's okay.
No, it's not.
Ending
I was gonna have Sage
your turn.
blow this place up.
Umber Hulk on top here goes after Kirsten. Really, I don't need to roll for this. He has 3 attacks. She has no armor and standard commoner hit points. Overwhelmingly, he would actually no. The Neogi did just order it to stop. So the you kind of like in the back of your mind as you're kind of like retreated within yourself. You take stock around you. The Umber Hulk has Kirsten Woto kind of like completely in its grasp and is like one claw back to like rip open into her. You have a child screaming. This Neogi is staring down Darblars. And then you're not quite sure what's going on back here, but you haven't seen anything happening well from Carlisle. As he can't hit the broadside of a barn. So we'll kind of just fast track through the rest of everybody's initiative because the Neogi do not do anything while he's kind of called out for the stop.
Do I get to make a saving throw at the end of my turn or anything?
Let me read.
I feel like it is worth the question.
Whenever the target takes damage, it
Okay.
can repeat the saving throw.
Fair enough, sir.
Yep.
I had to do my due diligence.
No, absolutely. Yeah. Okay, so we do need to do a saving throw or a death saving throw for Kartag. Okay.
What was it?
I don't know if I want
2.
to tell you now.
I was
Did you
dead.
see it?
Damn it.
And then we also need to make a saving throw for Cobble.
Kartag was kind of douchey, so it
He's-
serves him. Oh
Dude,
my
I've got to throw in the towel.
gosh!
These dice are
dude.
broken. I'm done with plastic dice. I'm only getting metal dice.
That's
rolled 5
crazy.
natural
Now
ones.
5.
And like I rolled a lot in this one session, but 5 is an insane amount.
Yeah, I mean, I've only rolled like 4 times. I've only rolled like 4 times this entire battle.
I'm pretty sure my dice are 2-sided. Oh my god.
This is
I
nuts.
hate it here. Okay. No.
Yeah, you're at 7 now.
Dang.
You were at 2 before today. But you did also get 2 natural 20s.
Yeah.
So there's rhyme and reason a little bit, I guess.
Oh my god. Okay, well.
I need you to roll them when it counts on their end, though, not on my end, because you're rolling them on my end more now.
Carlisle's gonna just get around this corner here, and he's kind of like gonna peer out. So you see like hippo face peer around the corner, and he just shouts out, "Carson, are you still okay?" Ending this round of combat, taking us back to the top of the combat. There's kind of like this very tense, nice music change, Jason, very tense, very quiet moment as pretty much everybody is at the end of their lifeline right here. Children, Darblars, Kirsten, you have a couple of your friends bleeding on the ground, and it seems kind of hopeless. And then screaming through the air is the Starhammer, arriving after 5 rounds, comes screaming through, and there is this like resounding crack in the air, which you've heard ceremoniously, but never from the Starhammer, as a massive cannonball goes screaming straight towards the black Neogi. I do have the sheet for the thing there. Using words are so hard. I have the character sheet, not character sheet, but the stat sheet for the Bombard.
Giant cannon, +6 to hit.
+6 to hit. Excellent. And what's the damage on that one?
Did he hit?
Yes, absolutely. With an 18 total.
So does 16 D10 kill him?
It's 16 D10? No way. Is it really?
Yeah.
You're lying.
No.
I mean, it totally makes sense. Like,
is that like verbatim, like what the bombards are?
Yeah.
That's
100%. No, that is a straight from the website stat sheet. Okay, 16 D10, 88 points on average. I almost want to roll a 16 D10 if I weren't, trying.
Can I roll 8? You roll 8?
Dude, absolutely, yeah. I have 6
D10s are nuts.
Yeah, no, that's funny. I've never looked at the actual damage that those cannons do, and so I didn't even think what it would do to a person. 6, 12. Okay, I rolled 38 points.
47.
47. Okay, so it'd be hilarious if
70.
this mathed out.
Oh my gosh, it does. You rolled 38?
Yeah.
77, 85.
85. Okay, that's
88.
very close.
I know. I rolled, but I was in really good shape until my very last dice was a 1. I would have broke 50.
That's crazy. I rolled pretty low for mine too,
Yeah.
so it's a good thing you did not.
Does that smoke him?
Oh, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. There is this like.
That's absolutely. I just think how large that cannon is.
Yeah.
And you said the cannonball you can't even pick up.
No.
So
yeah.
It's the size of him. So this Urchin Aussie was, I'm assuming, enslaved from somebody around here.
Yeah.
So is he toast too then?
Yeah.
It's just like a meteor hitting.
Yeah. It's like a 15-foot radius, so it encompasses all of this. I would say you probably erred on the side of caution to not get you and the children. So let's just call it this 15
Is that
foot.
even possible?
And these two are completely smoked. This table is just gone, and the fire that was burning has gone out locally, but then just been like scattered. Like there's just embers and tatters. Absolutely no Neogi whatsoever.
It's like buried 25 feet below the ground.
Yeah, that's hilarious. I was sitting here thinking, like, man, the Bombard is going to come in and he's going to release the cannon, he's going to fly off, but it's going to be like, it's whatever damage. I didn't realize it was 16 D10.
That's why I was like, that's why I read that and I was like, I just want to hear you tell me that it hits.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to say it.
Yeah.
And I know this has got to smoke him.
No, the most fun thing about the Neogi master that you were fighting is they kind of have a chokehold on the mind of all the other Neogis that they have enslaved that serve them. They have like a very duality, like master-servant kind of nature, including the Umber Hulk, where they all have like this overall like chokehold on their mind, and it just broke.
Okay.
And so in this moment, I'm going to take him out of initiative for 1.
Yeah, please do.
In this moment, there is this boom and this scattering, and as you look up, the Umber Hulk goes lumbering off. Like it just
takes,
sprints? Yeah, it just 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
This is how invasive
30.
species happen.
It's okay. It's a small island.
Yeah.
You know, like the local flora, fauna, they're gone, but it's
Are
fine.
they asexual? So it's gonna have like, or is pregnant in general?
Man, dude, that'd be a cool lore about Neogi. Is they like asexually reproduce, and then you have a whole infestation. There's enough Neogi for it, so it's okay.
Yeah.
This Neogi is okay. So they're still intelligent creatures, and this one is pretty healthy. It's going to 30. Has a dash action. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 30 would basically get it on top of the rooftop.
Mm-hmm.
And then that would be, I don't know why I skipped all the way to blue. There's a lot of people going in between there. For one, I'm so sorry. I just got like hyper focused on like, let's just skedaddle. The Umber Hulk probably would still be over here too. Top of the initiative. I'm so sorry for that one.
Oh, it's me.
Yeah, top of the initiative takes us to you. So you stand there. You have like this kid. You know, you're kind of like manhandling this kid, like you wouldn't want to see anybody do this to a kid. And at the same time, you have this icy trident like pushed up into its neck where it's like kind of stretching the skin and just about to prick through it. And then you come to. And it's the most haunting moment.
I'm sorry. Quick, get inside this.
And like the kid is understandably just crying as you shove them in the room. Anything else? Of course, you have more if you need.
What for? You know what I mean? Just a little bit.
It definitely did.
And a little. Did we lose one of our sticks? That one I had.
Yep.
No.
Here she be.
I'm coming back. I'm shooting back up.
Okay, you're going right back for him.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
I'll die. I hit on the one I'm flying. Hit the button. Send down hack. Make him jump. That's all I say.
Yeah.
And then I push the button and I'm flying. Spear out at green.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Go ahead and roll to attack green there.
We're gonna go black. Nice. That's good. That's a 19 to hit.
A 19 definitely hits. Nice.
Nice dice.
Things are looking up sunny, baby.
Hey, I've actually like performed, a little bit today, so.
It's okay. I haven't done anything.
At least that's not terrible. 13 points of damage.
13 points.
Yep.
Nice. Okay, 13 points against green is going to take a pretty hefty hit. It is still standing as it's kind of scrambling away, and they're all trying to just like, they've abandoned all current missions, and at this moment they're survival, and so they're trying to get away. They saw the turn of the tides. Bonus action from you?
I would have used it to hit the button.
Oh, correct. Yes. You sent word. Umber Hulk now skedaddles.
Okay.
Kartug is out. He's like totally out of here, dude. Blue now skedaddles.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, technically they weren't there.
Yeah.
And then red is going to 5, 10, gonna take 2 opportunity attacks.
Let's go. Come on. Nice. Let's go.
One's a natural 20, baby.
And the other one's an 18 for us at home. So we are coming back, boys.
A short sword's a D6.
D6, yes.
Okay. And their modifier is a +2.
So now to make sure understand this, you've rolled 5 natural ones, but you've now rolled 3 natural 20s. So you're not far.
Baby. I'm telling you, I got a coin flip here.
Yep.
Okay,
I did just mark down 2 though by accident.
One of them is gonna I'll just roll the flat damage for the 18, which would technically be a +4. So a 22 to hit does hit him for a measly 3 points of damage to red, who's still not looking good regardless. And then the natural 20 happens. Natural 20, we do the max dice, so that'd be a 6, a flat plus whatever I roll. So nice. A total of 10 plus the modifier of 2 is going to be 12 points of damage. So at this point, it is. Did I do that math right? No, I did 1 extra hit point. There's the math right. But this guy, as he kind of like runs away, like you see them both slash. They take off one leg, and then the dude takes off like 2 legs at one time. And This dude is just hobbling along, so I'm going to give him half movement as well.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 15 technically would be there. Ending the red's turn. Green in front of you, it sees no way past you other than to attack. Green has not used its enslave action though. Yeah, make a wisdom saving throw as it takes a bonus action. It says, "Come with us," and you feel like this dread set in within you once more. It'd be funny just to steal you.
You do.
No way. Yikes. Okay, and once again, volition falls away, and it's like, ha ha ha, my prize. Sorry. Goodness. And then he's going to finish his movement into the Night Spider. So we're going to kind of set you, well, I guess we'll keep you where you're at. But for the time being, we're just going to treat this space here. We'll just draw. Oh, wait, no. I got a better idea.
The ship. Das Sheep.
We have this thing. So this will serve as kind of like the Night Spider hole, or the Scout Spider, sorry, that's not the Night Spider. As he lands on top, we'll say this back end, where it says cargo deck, is going to be to go down below. So it gets up on top of the deck and is awaiting your arrival. Cobble Roundstone, still breathing.
No, didn't he roll a natural 1 last time?
No, that was Cartug.
I thought he also rolled a natural 1.
No, he rolled a 2.
Who fell off this thing and rolled a 1? That was him, wasn't it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he's rolled a natural 1 yet.
But it doesn't matter now.
No, that was...
Not semantics.
Yeah, that was his third failure. Carlisle, seeing the advantage, is going to... he kind of gets his brash hair. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Charging after this Nyogi's... Get back here! Takes a crack, and he's totally going to hit. For a total of 10, which is a 17 total. That's going to hit these weak Nyogi. He's going to get him with 2d8. I don't even think he doesn't have to roll, really. But I'm going to for funsies. 10 plus 3, 13 points of damage. Carlisle takes out Red with this resounding crack. The revolver shoots through the back of the head of this Nyogi, crumpling him where he's at. And Carlisle just yells out, "Caution! Where are you?" Ending Carlisle's turn. Top of the round is where we are going to continue with the initiative for the Starhammer. It was just over here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, as it's going to go towards the rendezvous point. And whenever it's about to this location, you see this small, metallic ball roll off the side, hit the top of this building, and roll into the center of this square here. And Hack arrives on scene. Would you like to roll initiative for Mr. Hack? Mr. Hack.
That, my friend, is a shitty time to draw it up. That's a natural 20 for a 22.
Nice. First time we cussed on stream. Whoopsies.
What we say?
The S word.
We did. Who said it?
You.
I did?
Yeah.
What did I say?
You said it's a S time to draw that one.
No, I think I said it earlier.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
That's okay.
Don't demonetize.
We're all adults here, but we just try and get some money, baby. That's okay. So he arrives on scene. Technically, if his is a natural 20, I was just going to go ahead and give him this turn as well. So Hack has his full action. What is he doing as he arrives on scene?
As he rolls off, he sees me. So
Yep.
He's going, Hack is 30. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So he's right beside me.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, you wouldn't know any different, so...
Yep.
Can he say... Is the ship like parallel with the roof?
It would be on top of the roof itself.
Okay, so it's another 5 feet up or so.
10.
Okay,
Yeah, to
10
actually
feet
climb
up.
up
10
into the
feet
ship.
up.
Yeah.
Okay. Trying to decide who dash or not into the. We'll say no.
No dash.
Early.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. He can hold an attack if you'd like, or anything.
Yeah, he would hold an action at
Okay.
least.
Yep.
Well, is he with it? Would he be on? No, Blue's probably a little bit away.
Blue
if he's on the
Blue is
corner.
on the rooftop as well.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's on that side. There's still 5 feet between him, so I don't think he'd have space.
You could have always like re-aimed where he was going up at the same time, and it'd probably make it.
Yeah, he'll just hold his action in case.
Okay. Cool.
Anything comes here.
Absolutely. With that, we're over to Darblar. She's 5, 10, 15, 20. She didn't have a heck of a lot of movement, but she's going to comfort the chillins. Taking us to your turn, Carson. You are under the influence of the Neogi on board. Your only directive is to join them at the time, and don't let anything stop you. I wouldn't say Hack is going to stop you by any time, so you don't have to attack him.
Hack swings on me.
Opportunity attack for no reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you would actually go ahead and join the Neogi on board there, if you don't mind for me.
What round number is this? Do you have any idea?
I've lost track. I think this is 6, because I'm pretty sure I timed it out for...
This would be 7 then. If that was 5, because I went following that, which would have been 6 then.
Oh yeah, maybe it is. I don't know.
Well, I can only have my wings for a minute.
Oh, okay.
So that's my
You definitely still have them up though.
Okay.
Okay, Indine, your turn. We're not going to worry about the Umber Hulk, as it has now become the very first invasive species of Grey Grim Island. I love that plot. Blue is going to join you on deck as well.
Okay.
Blue would have a little bit more movement than the green did, so Blue would get to about there. As they're all trying to make their way down. Red is out of initiative because Red is dead. Green, as you join it on its deck, it looks at you and it says, "Quite the prize, below deck with you." And it's going to completely go down below deck. So if you want to just like set green like right there or so, and that just kind of indicates they're no longer on top of the deck, they've gone below. Carlisle is turning in the corner, sprinting 5, 10, 15, 20. Carson! As he rounds the corner, he sees you and he looks up. Carson, what are you doing? So obviously you wouldn't have any responses. You kind of just like blankly stare at him. Hack's turn, top of the round.
Hack will follow me.
Okay. Yep, absolutely. No one know really better. Hack just kind of joins.
So if it's 10 feet up, and then
10 feet would be to like that corner there.
So that's 15?
Yep.
Hack's going in.
Okay, awesome.
I'm going in. So my question here, you had +2 to hit on his attacks, but he's like a 16 strength. So I didn't know.
I think that's an additional 2.
So like that's like, well, because you have his proficiency is +2, and then attack immunity is +2 to attack rolls.
Yes, so that's just an additional +2 to the attack roll.
Okay.
Not the damage roll, just the attack.
So you'd have +5.
It would be proficiency bonus plus strength modifier plus the 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
He's
it's
+7.
like think of like the +2 fighting style.
Oh.
Essentially. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Yep.
he's got +7. Okay. Yeah, so he's gonna run up behind Blue. That was a whirlwind.
It went everywhere.
Oh, it does say +7 to hit here. Okay. So yeah, 25.
25 definitely hits, and you're attacking Blue Neogi, who has not taken any damage yet.
What does he have? That's one thing that is not on here, sir. Is what weapon would he have on there?
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
He has a battle axe, which is a D8 single-handed, D10 two-handed. He has a shield optional. So if he's wielding it two-handed, take a 2 off of his AC. If he's wielding it single-handedly, it'd be a D8, and then the total of the AC is correct for what it is there.
Battle axes are strength based.
Yes, sir.
I thought they were, but I figured I better double check. Oh, they're versatile actually.
Versatile means they're like one-handed or two-handed.
Oh, duh. It doesn't say.
If it's a dex-based weapon, it'd be finesse. Those are the only ones that you can use your dexterity modifier on, if that's what you're looking for.
You're right. That's a stupid question. I do that. Okay. So I hit. So we'll do. He'll have his shield out. He'll be
Okay.
on the ship like this. Probably be a little smarter to be safe.
Yeah.
So D8, 5. So that's 8 points of damage.
8 points. Very nice. That is a hefty hit into blue. If I could retract what I was doing. 8 points of damage. Very nice. Very nice. That is action.
He turns to me and he just goes. His eyes go.
Okay. Awesome. Ending his turn, taking us to your turn. Green says, "Defend us from this creature." So, if you wouldn't mind.
Is Green below deck?
Technically, yes.
He's here, so he went 5,
Yeah.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah, so he would be below deck.
Sorry, I'm fighting for semantics at this point, you know?
Yeah.
Fighting for my life.
I'll do a perception check to see if he hears like the
Respect.
whatever commotion, not the comeuppance.
Yeah, comeuppance.
Hey, look at that! It's a good one. So yeah, he turns, he turns around and sees, and he like looks at you. He says, "Dispose of this." So now, if I could have you take your attacks on Hack.
Okay. Shitty. Oh, I said it again. 5, 10.
10 will miss Hack. if
Yeah,
I'm not
absolutely
mistaken. Yep.
misses. Yeah, his
So
AC
it
is
just like
21.
glances off of his shield, and it like Hack just kind of like cocks his head at
Yeah.
you, just blink, blink. Ending your turn, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not doing any more than I have to.
Okay, awesome. Blue is going to round on Hack then as well.
Okay.
Blue has the claw attack for a 2, totaling 7. It's going to miss.
Yeah, absolutely.
Second, that one's going to hit with a 22.
22 barely hits.
And then he needs 2
Bum,
D4
Barely.
slashing damage. Nice. That's going to be 9 points of slashing damage.
9. 9.
You might see if he's got resistance to slashing. No? Okay. I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember or not. Okay. Awesome. Ending the Nyogi's turn as it is kind of like turning and slashing into this metal monster and not making a heck of an impact is ending that's turn. Green is going to go ahead and come attack as well. Where'd my dice go? Natural 1.
Nice.
I almost want to go get that white dice I chucked across the floor
Nope.
because clearly these ain't doing me no better. Okay. For a 13 to hit, probably misses. Yeah. That's what I thought.
Get out of here, Green.
Ending his turn and comes to Carlisle's turn. Carlisle is looking up at this spider ship as it can kind of like, he can just barely see your guys's like
Uppers.
fight. Yeah, he can't quite see. So he's going to 5, 10, 15.
You had gone 20 to this spot before, and then you like moved it back. I don't know if you did that on purpose or not.
Oh, did I really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Just so you know. Because he was here.
yeah.
And then you went 5, 10, 15, 20. And then you set
Oh,
it
that's
back.
right. I did move him back, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he gets to the bottom of this building and is going to take the rest of his movement scrambling up the side, and it is not a very athletic look. Like he's basically like trying to get off the window, like doing like the whole like kick beneath him. Finally gets up to the top as he kind of like Kung Fu Panda pose at the top of the steps, as he's on top of the roof now.
Okay.
We're just going to say for the funsies of it, he's just on his back because he really worked hard to get there. Up to the top of the initiative, Hack's turn. So Hack obviously knows there's something quite not right with you as you tried to take a...
If it stays that high, you might have to turn it down a little bit.
Yeah.
That was pretty...
It spiked up pretty high right there, but
Yeah.
you might be okay.
I didn't know if that was going to start drowning us out enough, but yeah. Okay. Hack is what?
It is Hack's turn. He knows something is a little off with you because you just tried to attack him. I'll let you make that one judgment. The Neogi or yourself? And you could always roll for it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. His intelligence is only 8.
This is true. I am retrieving the dice.
The dice?
I'm going to throw it in this box and it's going to get a natural 20.
Or miss dice.
Hey,
That's high.
That's better than nothing.
Okay, we'll roll for it, but it's going to be low odds. So anything 16 to 20, he'll attack me.
16 to 20 is
15
you?
and below.
Okay, I like that.
Not 6. So,
6.
so we are attacking blue, green. One would look worse than the other.
Green looks like he's hanging on, and green is the one that has you under its control as well. He wouldn't know.
He wouldn't know that, but which
green
one
is looking
looks
more
the
rough.
worst?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's going to try to eliminate whichever one looks the worst. So he's going to swing on green.
Yep.
That didn't roll.
It didn't.
I've known better. I know I got to throw those metal ones. I just rolled the plastic. That misses.
Misses.
That's
Okay.
a 10.
Bummer. That is his action. Does he have anything else?
No, he doesn't have anything. That's all he has.
Awesome. Ending Hack's turn, we are going to say all the children are safe within this building. Darblar's barricades the door. As one of the sole surviving members you previously met. Taking us to your turn once again, Carson. Still under the control of the Neogi. You're going to take another swipe at Hack.
9 plus 5.
9 plus 5, that misses him, right?
Yes,
He's
it
got
does.
a 17 AC?
21.
His AC is 21. Okay,
Yeah.
that's right. I remember it was being like ridiculously high.
Yeah. He only has
Being,
24 HP. So,
Yeah.
But yeah. Yep.
Yeah, okay, awesome. So you go to hit it, and it just kind of like glances off of his skull cap. Like there's
Yeah.
this like dense packed bit of metal, and it just clang, and it just kind of like cocks his head and really looks at you and gives like a couple more hard blinks.
Now he definitely does.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you would like to roll again next time, it'd be like, I'd say the odds are in your favor.
Yeah.
Ever.
in your
Yes,
favor.
ever in your favor.
Ever.
It is Blue Neogi's turn. So Blue Neogi is going to attack Hack with my white dice. I just recovered from the wall. I should have left it where it was.
Natural 1?
That's no, luckily not. 10 on the first dice.
Now I'm just getting excited, you know?
That's a natural one.
No way.
Seriously, a natural one? Dude, these dice are broken.
No, you've rolled a lot of dice tonight, but like
That's 7 tonight. That's insane. I hate it.
I'm
here.
glad to know that you've been keeping track.
you are correct. You're at 9 total.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Phenomenal.
No, cool. I guess he's not going to do anything. As he's like,
Phenomenal.
Hack is literally battling out for his life right here as he's just kind of like taking blow after blow from these Neogi. Their claws are making no impact on him, essentially. Ending his turn, it's going to be the green. Green's going to go after him as well. I'm going to change up dice because I'm superstitious. For a
wild
15 to hit? No.
No, sir. Oh, I guess it's technically 19 is my AC, but another one? Is that a 7 or a 1?
That's a 1, man.
10. First double digits on the stats, dude.
That's insane. I hate it here. Whoo-wee. I'm so glad at least someone else is witnessing how much trash I'm rolling. Yeah, so the Neogi are just completely ineffective against this creature.
They feel
like,
radiant.
Yeah, they're just clawing into him, and it's just like this clang, 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 as he is just
That's crazy.
duking it out.
That's crazy.
And then crawling up
Oh, you're
from
right.
the other
From
side.
10 feet away.
You see, like, just behind you, Carlisle just, like, one elbow, the other elbow, and then he just takes the pistol.
Yes, come on.
He's going to take the shot at Green because Green's right behind
Come
him.
on. This is when Carlisle rolled a natural 20. This is when he hits the other side.
We're going back to the...
Clear. I want the clear.
You want these ones?
Yes, yeah, I want that one.
These are the glow-in-the-dark dice. So, hey, a 17 is going to hit the guys.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
Go, Carlo. Go, Carlo.
Really trash damage. One on both dice.
That's all right. Still positive
for a total
damage.
of 5 points of damage. So takes a hefty blow against him as the resounding crack shoots into the back of the Neogi. And he is still standing. Carlisle is just kind of like elbows over, staying where he's at, ending his turn, taking us to the top of the round with Hack. As Carlisle kind of gets up, he's like, "What's going on up here? Carson, are you all right?"
I obviously don't reply.
Yep.
And Hack will... Does Green look pretty? Is Green look now rough? Hack's just going to go for Green.
Yeah.
Two-handed, going for the stab, or the slash.
Yep.
With the battle axe. This is it. Come on. Come on, Hack. 11 plus 7, 18.
Hits. You can do it.
D10.
You definitely can do it.
Plus 3. 7. Right in the middle of the
7
line.
total?
Yeah.
Still standing. But yeah,
If you tell
take this.
Was it 8?
He had 10 points total.
Okay, so I had it on the high end.
Yeah,
Gosh.
he's barely hanging on.
Dang
Hack
it.
takes his battle axe and sinks it deep into the backside of the Neogi, and it is just hemorrhaging blood all over this deck as you're standing there getting bathed in the blood yourself with this kind of like blank expression as you turn to attack Hack.
I'm going to have Hack going to use, as his bonus action, do his... what's it called again for fighters?
Second wind.
Yeah, second wind.
Yeah.
So he healed back 5.
Oh, nice. Okay.
But
absolutely.
On this precipice here of potential danger.
For sure.
I rolled an 18. Dang it. That's going to be a hit. That's a 23 to hit.
Yep, that does hit. And this would be cold damage still, right?
Partial cold,
Yeah.
not the whole thing.
Okay.
Oh, 1 on the trident. And a 2 on the cold.
That's not bad.
No, that's crap, because that's 6. So he just healed back for 5, so at least...
Yeah, no, that's great. So you stab into him and you kind of find a weak point in the armor, and you see the cold frost kind of like seeping into his circuitry, and he's kind of like kind of like stuck on the end of the trident.
These Autobots. Autobots?
roll out.
Autobots, roll out.
And you just hear Carlisle from the back of the deck. "Carson, what are you doing?"
My name is Optimus.
That's pretty good. Ending your turn?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, awesome. Taking us to...
I'm going to transform into a ship. I know, I want to go watch
Blue's turn. Blue is
So-
going to remain...
Calm.
Man,
There's a time to panic.
it hasn't really done anything against Hack, and it sees Carlisle kind of approaching, so it's just going to go ahead. Does Blue still have... Dude, it sure does. Blue still has its enslavement. Okay. It's going to
What are you doing to me?
face down Carlisle, who
Hey.
Carlisle needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
There's no way I
Let's
can even see
see, baby. Carlisle has a 0 modifier on the wisdom save, and Carlisle fails.
Can you even see Carlisle?
Damn it. It's all up to you, Hack. As Carlisle's mind just kind of like blanks off, and he kind of like slumps where he's at. That is just his bonus action, so he does get attacks on Hack himself.
Just his bonus action. Oof.
With a 21
It hits because I don't have... It will hit it anyways.
on
Yeah.
Hack, yes.
Yeah.
So
He doesn't have his
Hack
shield out.
gets...
Oh, no, I did say he had a
Yeah,
shield.
he has
out.
a shield.
So technically I did roll the wrong damage because I rolled a d10 earlier.
Oh, did you? Oh, yeah, you did on the
Yes,
last one.
But I only rolled 7 total, so
Yeah.
I only rolled a 4 on the dice.
Which is pretty much
Average for an
average.
D8.
Yeah, I think it's okay.
Okay. It's not like a roll
for
of 10.
6 points of slashing damage from the initial claw.
Okay.
So it kind of like sinks its claw right into where you have your trident kind of placed, and it starts tearing at the metal of Hack, taking a second strike.
Let's go.
For a miss. So he's just kind of like clawing as best as he can, but can't get too much purchase there. Ending Blue's turn, it's going to be green as it continues to attack Hack.
Let's go.
These dice are cursed, man.
Run it back.
Insane.
They're not cursed.
Another natural one.
It's called a story, Logan.
Dude, I can't believe it.
And you're painting a picture that no one else can even come close to.
No kidding. I was just saying, like, you rolled
You guys
like
are
hot
witnessing
trash
history
the
in the
last
making.
couple sessions,
Yep.
and now it's my turn.
Hold on. Don't you dare compare what I did to what you are doing right now. This is unprecedented territory. Hall of Fame incoming.
So it takes one slash, completely missing, kind of like scraping its nails into the deck of the ship. And then it takes its second slash for a 23 to hit, so that one is going to get him. With another 2d4 slashing damage for 11 points of slashing
damage. That does it.
Oh, really? Puts Hack down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we're toast.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Hoo-wee.
GG.
Wow. Okay. You Hack gets scattered across the deck. Ending Green's turn, Carlisle is going to join. You have a spell casting ability, right? You have you can cast spells, obviously, because you're casting Eldritch Blast earlier. So with that, the Green says, "You with me. You're the new Spelljammer now."
Would he know that?
Yes.
I'm gonna play hard semantics on that.
Absolutely.
Because he was over here when I did that, catching the. He had somebody on a chain, which that guy's like on his back somewhere down here. But he never would. He wouldn't even see me do that.
Because you were standing here, weren't you?
Yeah, I was over here.
Okay.
And he was somewhere way behind here because you said he was coming through, and I saw him once he
was-
crawled up on the roof.
Yeah.
Because I was only 10 feet in the air, so I was like equivalent to like the roof height.
Okay. No, I see you. Fair point. Okay. He's... Okay, well, yeah, then it turns to you and says, "Can you spell, Jim? We need to get out of here." I'm going to have you do, like, a contested... like, it's going to do an insight check versus your deception check.
My stoic nature.
Yes. As it's trying to see past if you are holding something back from it.
We're going gold. Okay.
Insight check is a wisdom-based ability. It does not have any proficiency in insight. 16.
15.
I would like to take this moment to say, oh, you're not a fighter, are you?
Oh.
Dang it. Okay, I was going to say the fighters have that tactical mind ability where you can add a d10 to any failed ability check. So.
Well, that's only in the new. Yeah, you're right. If you haven't used your second wind, it uses that slot.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
but I do not.
Gotcha. And so it kind of like.
I see what I deal with. This guy's just trying to kill me every day.
You're the new Spelljammer, then, eh? And it drags you down below
crashing
deck.
this thing to the ground.
Absolutely.
I've never driven a ship before.
Okay, so you are led down to beneath the deck of the spider ship, and it is, I do believe I have a sheet for that. It is within this. It's right here.
God,
Bingo bongo.
There's nothing I can do to get out of this.
Yeah, unless you can take damage of some sort. Okay. You hear from your sending unit as well as Carlisle's Zage's voice come out, and he says, "Carlisle, Carson, Operation Zulu is a go. Where are you? We're waiting." As the Starhammer has flown far past and is now in waiting. Without anything to do, we're just kind of going to skip through what is happening at the moment as you guys are kind of stuck within the enslavement. Eventually, um, the scout spider begins to take flight. Like you are led down to the helm, and it is this contrary to the massive stone spell jamming helm that you know from the Starhammer on this scout spider. It's more like this hammocked net between a couple of posts that are suspended, and they project kind of like this intricate weave on the floor of arcane glyphs, and you kind of are laying in the hammock essentially as you begin to get yourself acquainted with the ship. You kind of flex the feet and begin to take off. So at this point, this scout spider takes to the skies and begins to fly away. Oh, yes, I love it. You are on the deck whenever you feel this large impact. There is all of a sudden a scorpion ship. Again, these two are not going to be to scale, but there is a scorpion ship that impacts into the side of your ship as it begins to claw and attack onto your ship. I'm going to have you make a Constitution saving throw as you take damage from the scout spider, or from the...
It's my turn.
What'd you roll?
Natural 20.
Did you really? Heck yes.
So you roll the ones when I need it.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to roll the ones when I don't need it.
Yeah, okay. Wait, no, a 1 on the Constitution saving throw is a failure. Or did you roll a natural 20?
Natural 20.
Oh, okay. I thought you misspoke. So you rolled a natural 20, so you succeed. Okay.
I don't misspoke. I don't misspeak.
You feel the impact of the scorpion ship as it crashes into the side of the scout spider and begins to start hammering on it with its with the mandibles as you are trying to take off at the time. And the scout spider and the scorpion ship are actually pretty evenly sized between the two of them, unlike what we have represented there, because again, not the right many. Okay, ending essentially everybody else's turn aside from yours. We come back to you as you're getting attacked aboard the Spelljammer ship. Is there anything you'd like to do?
I just holler out, "Run the siege! Get that ship off of me! I'll get us out of here quickly."
Understood. And you hear
Carlisle.
Yeah, you hear Carlisle is going to take control of the ballista alongside the other two Nyogi.
This is terrible. I don't know what you had an idea for a campaign, but now it's totally different.
Dude, every day
I'm on their side now.
New. Okay, with I just had this sheet. Okay, here it is.
D6? Or +6?
Yeah, +6. So a 17, which misses the scorpion ship.
Good.
I believe. I don't remember if I have the scorpion ship.
I like the idea of it missing. It sounds good, you know.
Encounter. Is that where I keep them? I don't know where I keep my... Yes, it is. It sure is.
It sure is.
That's not it. The bombard. Once again, these awesome musical notes brought to you by the wonderful Jason Wardell of In the Vast Forest on Spotify and Bandcamp. Please check him out, show him your love, and tell him Duos and Destiny sent you.
That was wild. Duos and Destiny sent you. I've seen that guy on YouTube that was like... He did like the skits where he worked at Wendy's and the guy drove through the thing. And then he's like, I was just standing there and the guy was like, whoa, whoosh, and I ran out with all my friends and we went to help. I don't know. And he always uses the phrase I don't know, and he says it really quickly.
I've never seen
It's like old school YouTube. So it was
old school YouTube.
I think we can say that now. It was early it's not quite old school, but it's
before
early,
shorts.
early 2010s.
Right on.
But
Okay, yeah, so Carlisle goes into defense of the Scout Spider, attacking into the Scorpion.
Okay.
I can't exactly find the sheet I had for the Scorpion, so I'm just going to base the Scorpion's AC off of the Spider's AC, because they would both be Metal Hold.
Okay.
So AC 19 misses. The Scorpion ship, in retaliation, is just going to keep hammering into it. Hey, diddly diddly.
Hey there, Delilah.
That is
What's it like in wild space?
a dirty 20 to hit. Heck yeah. Okay, so I need you to make another Constitution saving throw.
3.
Okay.
Plus
As you
save.
feel
What?
the impact, you are shunted from spell jamming itself, as if you are concentrating on the act of jamming. You are launched from the spell jamming helm and kind of impact into the floor. Repeat your wisdom saving throw. The wisdom saving throw would be the enslavement.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I get to repeat it?
Yes.
Did I take damage when I got launched out?
No.
Oh, okay. 8.
Okay. Still enslaved. So
-1 is a
your
tough one.
directive is to reattune to the spell jamming helm. However, you did just get completely yeeted from the helm itself. Ending that turn. Back to the top of the round, we have the Scout Spider and the Scorpion ship are just going to slowly try to escape each other, or like the Scout Spider's trying to. It's not making it far before. Let's see, what is the range on the ballista? Okay, yeah, absolutely. Ow.
That was a wild roll. Dang, I saw that 20. It, like, stopped.
No, for another dirty 20.
Nice.
That is going to hit. So you are not attuned to the helm, so this one is just going to go straight into the...
I'm not attuned yet.
No, because you
They're
are
before
still...
me in initiative.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Because this would not be the Scorpion. This is the Starhammer. As ballista bolts come firing in from far off.
Oh, okay. Very good.
For a total of 10, 16. What is the damage threshold to this thing? 15. Okay. Heck yeah. So we begin to chunk away at the hit points of that.
Oh, that's
Dealing
interesting.
16 points of damage.
So ballistas being 3d10, you have to roll over half just to...
Yes. I would say the damage threshold is a 15 on that one. So...
Okay.
Absolutely doing just enough damage to pierce through. So like from where you're sitting, there's a ballista bolt that just like sticks straight in, and you see like the Torvengard make of the ballista bolt, and it's this weird duality of fear from your enslaved mind, but then the spark of hope within you from potentially getting rescued. Your turn, you get back to the actual spell jamming. As you had been kind of like ejected from the seat itself, the Scout Spider does not move from this location, and so in terms of like the grapple between the Scout Spider and the Scorpion, I would say the Scorpion's winning and actually like beginning to pin the Scout Spider from moving. That is going to be Scout Spider's turn as Carlisle begins to reload, and he says, "Hold us still, Carson." A 3 is going to miss on the ballista bolt, so the Scorpion ship is going to return fire with just the claws themselves as they're impacting into the ship. A 16 is going to miss on the Scout Spider, so it's kind of like a stalemate between those two.
Okay.
Very top of the round, back to the Starhammer as another ballista bolt comes flying in, missing.
Dang it.
However, to you guys, you have reattuned to the helm and are beginning to kind of like fight against it. Let's see here. Carlisle takes another ballista bolt with a natural 20 against the Scorpion ship, which is going to be 30 points plus the rolled 3d10. So that would be 43 points of damage to the Scorpion ship.
43?
Yes, it was a very bad hit. It was a natural 20 for 1, so. And it's going to be 43 minus that is going to be 1.
Thank you, everybody, for sticking around for this grueling fight
Yeah,
that we have
absolutely.
this evening.
Scorpion fight is going to continue duking it out
Okay.
with the spider ship, and you feel the impacts, but you don't make any difference.
Okay.
The star hammer is going to be. You can kind of see as the scorpion ship is keeping you in place from where you're at. The star hammer is realighted and is slowly making its way over towards you. That one misses. As Carlisle takes another shot at the scorpion spider. So slowly chunking away, probably here, 10, 13. Nope, didn't quite beat the damage threshold. So
Nice. Okay.
Ballista Bolt impacting to the scorpion, not doing anything. So we got scorpion, natural 20 against you. So I need a Constitution saving throw
What
from
is
you.
happening right now? That's 5. So you're making your way back up.
Heck yes. I have rolled a lot of dice.
5 versus 11. Yeah.
And that's 15 points on the dice for 2d8. So that'd be 31 points of damage to the Scout Spider. It's a really large impact.
Constitution saving throw?
Yes, sir.
16. I rolled 14 on the dice.
14?
No, 16 total.
16, okay.
Plus
So
2.
that would be a success.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Well, it'd be a Constitution saving throw. If it was a concentration check, it's half damage. I rolled 31 points. So you'd have to beat 15. Dang it, you just beat it. That's insane. Okay, so you maintain the concentration. Scorpion ship goes to the Star Hammer, so it's slowly encroaching. Star Hammer misses. Carlisle takes a pot shot at the Scorpion, misses. Scorpion takes a pot shot back. And it is just this constant slug back and forth. Let's see. That was the Scout Spider taking a shot. Scorpion taking a shot. Star Hammer taking a shot as everyone is just trading ballista bolts back and forth, and it's just reload, shoot, reload, shoot, reload, shoot, and you're locked in combat. The Star Hammer is slowly encroaching.
I can't pull the ship away from the Scorpion. It's got me trapped.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, as it's been basically grappling you.
Yeah. Okay.
And then they're just shooting the ballista bolts back and forth, back and forth. That was from the Star Hammer into the Scout Spider into the Scorpion. So Scorpion finally hits with that was a 16, so a 22. So I need to make a Constitution saving throw against half my damage.
That's crazy. Again.
With his 14.
They're what, 13?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So you succeed. Awesome. This is continuing on for quite some time, and we can keep going through this, but like there's way too much hit points for these things.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Essentially, they're locked in combat before the Star Hammer comes and like docks itself right up next to you, and you feel as a couple of metallic legs impact onto the deck. From that, I will have, if you wouldn't mind controlling 2 of the bots at this point. So
And then I just say out loud, "They've boarded our ship."
Carlisle goes, "Understood. Got it, Carson. Eyes on the target." And Carlisle is going to take aim at the 2 bots. So yeah, if there's any 2 in particular that you would want to take at the time, Hack is down.
Let's take so Sid and Kid are kind of similar. Okay. I will. We're gonna take. Not knowing what the full definition. Well, shoot. Shoot, pick a pick. Pick. Okay. Sid and Ada both.
Sid and Ada, awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sid and Ada jump onto the deck. If I wouldn't mind having you roll initiative for the two of them.
Ada is a cleric, it'll be gold. Okay. Sid is a +5, so 15. Where Ada is a 10.
Ada is a 10. Okay, awesome. So, rolling back into initiative with the actual folks on deck, we're going to use the downed. That guy. I know there's another automaton. So, the kind of chunky one is going to be Sid, the skinny one is going to be Ada, as the two kind of slam down on the deck from the Starhammer that's kind of berthed up next to it. Carlisle immediately starts to level his revolver at them as they act first, with Sid going before anybody else.
Sid.
For the time being, I'm going to say Green was down. Oh no, they were all helping out
That's
Carlisle.
gonna be my question.
Yeah, they were both helping out Carlisle.
Because they wouldn't know
load and reload.
Yeah. Okay. What weapon does Sid have? He is an expert.
He has a rapier.
So D8 or D6.
D8. And that would be your dexterity modifier plus your proficiency bonus. Dexterity modifier should be a +3. So it's a +5 to hit on that rapier with a +3 for damage.
Okay. Sid was the big one.
Yes.
Okay. He just sprints about, like kind of slide stops and pshink.
Okay,
With
awesome.
the rapier straight
Slides
through.
behind, stabs into the blue.
Dirty 20 to hit.
Dirty 20 definitely hits. Does Sid have anything cool that goes on with his hits?
You do not, at least not have it on here, no sir.
Okay.
5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. Excellent. Blue had not taken a heck of a lot of hits, but it's starting to now as Sid runs up and stabs into the fleshy backside of the Nyogi.
Okay.
It kind of screams out and is going to wheel around and turn to attack Sid in retaliation for It would be his turn in initiative.
Oh,
Unless,
okay.
is that everything from Sid?
Yeah, sorry. I
Okay,
thought you said
yeah.
I had both these guys up first. That's my bad.
Sorry, no,
Very good.
Ada shared the initiative with Blue.
Absolutely,
so
I'm
Blue
with
would go
you.
first.
Sorry.
For a 12 to hit.
No.
Okay, excellent.
No, sure. Just kind of like slides out of the way real
And
quick, like.
That one is going to hit with a 21.
For sure.
And then, bad damage. 6 points of damage there. 6 points of slashing damage. As one of the claws finally makes contact with Sid and kind of cuts deep into his metal armor across his chest, coming to Ada's turn at that point.
How much damage? I'm sorry.
6.
Seeing the one that's pretty hurt in the back.
Yes, Green is hanging on for dear
We're
life
gonna
and just
do
kind of
a-
like supporting Carlisle at this point.
Cure wounds. Or not. Baby. Guiding bolt.
Guiding bolt. Okay.
We're not healing. We're damaging.
We're not healing. We're hurting today.
So.
Hurting deep inside.
+3, so +5 to hit. 21.
21 does hit. Heck yes. I don't think you could honestly not kill him, but go ahead and roll. Stranger
pretty
things have
low.
happened. It's very low.
Things have happened.
Oh, you have 4 dice? Definitely is going to kill him.
It's
then.
46
Okay.
for level 1. So that's 10, 15, 17 points of beautifully radiant damage.
Ooh, baby. So
let us go.
this Nyogi, instead of glowing brightly from the like lingering radiance from the guiding bolt, it kind of like Scooby-Doo Monsters Island, wherever like the creatures see sunlight and they start like spotting up.
Yes.
Yeah, so he becomes like a disco ball of radiance before just poof, blowing up into sparkling confetti. You, down in the spelljamming helm, your faculties return to you as the mind that has been encroaching upon you breaks. You sit there,
Thank you very
attuned
much.
to the helm, unsure of what you're doing or why you're doing it.
Yeah, that'd be a weird awakening.
But you have this moment. You're jamming. Like,
all the facts.
Yeah, like you're in the chair, which is a moment you've only ever dreamt about. But here you are. So, you are not quite up yet. It is actually Carlisle's turn, who is going to level a shot at Ada from behind him, and he's going to... Oh, he's going to hit her devastatingly with a 26 to hit for 7 points of piercing damage. And then Ada actually has disadvantage on the next attack it makes with the sap feature from the pistol.
Ooh.
I don't think you actually did any of the weapon masteries that you with the trident, if you have any.
Well, we haven't really
As the
discussed
2024
exactly how they work either. Like if it takes something else to do it, or if it doesn't, I'll never see it on attack.
That's true.
How much you said? 7 points. Okay,
7 points of piercing damage as this loud crack rings across the ship, and you from below deck hear the ringing shot of Carlisle's pistol. You don't know what it's aiming for. Speaking of you, it is your turn from the Spelljamming helm. What would you like to do, Carson, as you're finally you again?
They don't have the sidekicks in the player's handbook.
Really?
I thought maybe they would.
I'm surprised.
Probably just the DM's guide. How many feet would it take me to get back up behind?
It would be...
When I remember my way down here, like, do I remember the memories of, like, what happened?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
You were basically, like, in a shell of your own self.
Just watching me be controlled?
I would say it would be 45 feet to get back up to the top completely.
Well, I'll dash.
Okay,
So
awesome.
I'll sprint back up and get behind them. And I'll just yell out, Carlisle, you're being controlled. Listen to me. We must kill this one. As we slowly surround.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. That would be action, dash, bonus action, anything?
No.
Okay, awesome. Ending your turn, it is Sid's turn. As you arrive on scene, you see your backup of the two automatons, Carlisle still under some kind of beguiling effect.
10 to hit.
10 to hit from Sid is going to miss.
Yeah.
He kind of swings wildly. The Nyogi just barely dodges, who is going to turn on you. It sees you and it says, I thought you were supposed to be ours. A claw attack for a 21 to hit. Oh, missed box. For 9 points of slashing damage. And then that's its first attack. It's going to take the second attack. If you do not come with us, I will make you my example. And it goes to swipe again. It misses you with a total of 8 to hit on that one. Ending the Nyogi's turn, it is Ada's turn, who just fired off the guiding bolt previously.
Seeing how... Nah, it worked once before where she got run it back.
Run it back right with the guiding bolt, absolutely.
Yep. We're all the same number. 10 to hit.
10 misses.
Yeah.
The guiding bolt goes whizzing past your face, and Carson, you kind of like duck out of the way unexpectedly, taking us to Carlisle's turn, who kind of like confusedly looks at you, and then just...
Oh, shit. I've got 1 HP.
Are you? A 3 on the dice is going to miss for a total of 10. Barely
by
misses.
1.
Yep. Yeah, just barely misses. Okay, so as you like, you can see the struggle in his arm as he raises the pistol, and he's like, "I don't want to do this," and just misses, and he kind of like flinches at the same time, and it just whizzes past your hair and gives you a haircut.
He curved the bullet.
Absolutely. Top of the round, back to you, Carson.
Oh gosh, I don't know what to do. Dude, it's like, do I try to heal myself? How bad does he look?
The other Nyogi, it's holding on. It's not quite bloodied half, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's not even bloodied yet. He's taken some hits, but he's not quite bloodied.
Oh goodness. Yeah. Oh goodness. Okay. Because dude, that's tough then. Because like I could.
Decisions.
Well, it's like, do I use my celestial? I can use my healing hands and just heal for 2d4.
Mm-hmm.
I have 1 HP.
Yeah. 2d4 has been their attacks.
I know, but he's got 2 attacks.
Yeah.
Carlisle has 1, but I'm not going to do enough damage. Now, especially since I missed that guiding bolt, I don't have another leveled spell from Ada. Like, he's kind of toast.
If you popped off some really good damage, you might be able to get him, but it's a tough one there.
Shoot.
And you would also know from your own influence underneath the influence of the Neogi, taking damage is what procs the repeated save. So like that is another route if you wish to knock Carlisle out of his senses.
Golly. Okay, well, I don't know if this is the right thing to do or not. I'm going to try to rotate around and get space. Mm-hmm. So I'll take the opportunity attack.
Okay. Yep. From the Neogi?
Yeah, because he would have it, right? Because he used...
Yes, he has not used his reaction. A 2 on the dice. So that's going to miss with a 7.
So the scorpion ship's right back here.
The Starhammer is
off this side,
off of that side, because that's where the automatons came from. So I'd say like the scorpion's off the other side.
Okay, can I get onto the Starhammer?
Absolutely, yeah. It's like it's berth right next to it.
I jump backwards on the Starhammer and doing so. At this point now, trying to one hand, I use it trying to like peel off to the backside, push up onto it, and I just take my hand and I throw that same energy. Now I feel like harnessing in me, and I'm going to throw an Eldritch Blast at Carlisle and say, wake up!
Okay, awesome. Absolutely.
Come on.
You got it.
I don't know. What's his AC? That's only a 13. I don't have a high plus to hit on that at all.
Dang, no. Okay, so 13 is going to miss Carlisle.
Yeah.
So it goes whizzing past his face. And he kind of responds. He's like, it's your turn to wake up, boy. Sid's turn. As you are off on onto the Starhammer, Sid is still locked in combat with the blue Neogi. So I'm going to swap it out for the proper mini now. We only have one on deck.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Excellent. Sid's hit a little bit. Goodness gracious. Okay, he's gonna keep going.
Yep. Keep an attack?
No.
No? Okay, awesome. Nothing from there. That would be Sid's turn. It goes to the Neogi's turn as it turns on Sid. You know what? He sees you escaping. He's going to take the first attack on Sid. For a 11 to hit.
Misses.
Okay. He's just going to keep attacking Sid at that point. Can't hit him. They're kind of not the smartest. 12 to hit.
Misses.
Okay, so they keep clawing in. They're like, you'll all be ours. We cannot fail. There'll be more of us coming, I promise. Ending its turn over to Ada, the automaton.
Ada's gonna use Sacred Flame on Carson.
Sacred Flame. Ooh, okay, yeah, absolutely. Sacred Flame is a dexterity saving throw on his part for a total.
It's a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw is a +3, so an 11 total. I'm guaranteeing that's going to fail because her modifier is probably more than 11.
DC is 13.
Yep, okay.
Is it... why do I feel like it's not?
Sacred Flame is...
for some reason, is it...
a D8, I believe, of radiant damage.
Correct. Radiant Fire, Sacred Flame. D8. So, Carlisle, damn it. That's a lot of damage. 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage to Carlisle? Yeah. Awesome. Okay. And then Carlisle gets to repeat his wisdom saving throw. Roll high. Fly high, Patriot. Fly high.
I missed it. What is it?
Anyway, natural 28.
Oh, my.
Okay, you said 6 points of damage, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what does he have to? Does he have to beat the DC of the Nyogi?
Yes. Okay.
Goodness.
Awesome. So Carlisle kind of like takes the thing, and he sees Ada, and he's like, "It's your turn now, bot," and takes his shots at her. He just gets one shot. Where's my glow in the dark dice? How can I not find a dark? Oh, there it is. It's disguise. He takes his revolver shot at Ada for a 18 to hit.
Yeah, for sure.
The revolver hits with 10 points of piercing damage. As he just kind of like levels it, and he's like, "You're quite the nuisance." Blacow! Ending Carlisle's turn. Back to the top of the round with Carson, kind of like hiding in a sense on the Star Hammer as you're back on board.
Gosh dang it, dude. It just sucks that I have no HP. I'll throw an Eldritch Blast at the Nyogi. After seeing the Sacred Flame light up on Carlisle and him still showing the force that way, I'm just going to assume that we should have to take down.
Okay.
So,
absolutely.
Come on.
Shooting the Eldritch Blast at the Nyogi.
That's good. That's a dirty 20 at least.
Dirty 20 definitely hits. Heck yes. Here we go.
D10.
Here we go.
Just straight D10 roll. 1.
Oh, yikes. Okay.
That's almost worse than like not hitting.
Yeah, the insulting 1 point of damage with no
Yeah.
modifier or nothing. Okay. You kind of like chuck just a quick Eldritch Bolt over the railing of the Star Hammer,
pull the trident
impacting
kind of
into
up.
yeah. Heck yes. Coming to Sid's turn as it's sitting there in combat with the Nyogi itself.
There's no reason he won't continue to try to.
Yep, keep hacking at him.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Every pun intended. The 16 to hit.
16 does hit.
Okay. 6 points of damage.
6 points. Okay, absolutely. He is looking bloodied, like getting close to the rough territory.
As a bonus action, he can dodge.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So
he'll
he takes
dodge.
the dodge action. Awesome.
As a bonus action,
Yeah, for sure. That's convenient because the Nyogi is going to attack at him.
Okay.
He's like, "Infuriating creatures, all of you will die." 4 on the dice, not 4 points. For a total of 9 to hit is
Nope.
going to miss, I'm assuming.
Yep. Sid is just like dancing in between his legs at this point. Just like,
Yeah, heck yes, right on. Just kind of like dodging all the little spider legs. It's
Yeah.
like, ding, 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 ding. Yes. Ada's turn at this point.
he'll Sacred Flame the Nyogi.
Okay,
Yeah,
Ada's
just
Sacred
kinda-
Flame Nyogi,
yeah.
which is a dexterity saving throw on the Nyogi's part, which is no proficiency, but I rolled pretty dang good. 18.
Yep.
on
That
the dice.
succeeds.
Okay, succeeds, so that one's just a sucker save, right?
Yep.
No damage.
It's
Awesome.
a cantrip. Yep.
So he succeeds. He dodges over out of the way of the Sacred Flame. Carlisle is once again going to take a shot at Ada. Okay, a 23 to hit.
Oh, yeah, the 8 is done.
Okay, 8 is done. Yeah, absolutely. With
Had 3
13
HP.
points of damage. Yeah, so he levels and he's it's like shooting fish in a barrel as he scatters Ada's body over 2 hacks as well. Ending Carlisle's turn, top of the round to you.
I yell out. Since I'm on the ship,
Mm-hmm.
I will go. Sage, we need some type of help. Carlisle's mind controlled. Quick. And I'm going to grab my spear, run up to the edge, and I'm chucking my trident. I said spear, but my trident at the Nyogi.
Okay, chucking the trident at the Nyogi. Excellent.
14.
14
Misses, doesn't it?
just misses.
Yeah, I
Yep.
thought they were higher than that.
Yeah. One higher. Okay. Zage, you hear his voice come back. What kind of trouble are you in? What do you need?
I said Carlisle's mind controlled.
Oh, okay.
Just so you know.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Give me 2 seconds real quick to just kind of look at something if what Zage can do here. Please hold, please hold. once again, we'd just like to thank everybody for sticking around through this very long combat we've got going on. It's been twisty, turny, and a little bit crazy and unpredictable. And I'm just so happy that we're all experiencing what my mind has cooked up. Okay. Let's see, we're almost there, as I should have had this prepared in some semblance, but I don't. We'll move past it for now, and we'll come right back whenever I have that ready. You had just called out, so it would be Sid's turn at this point, as it's still attacking the Niyogi.
14.
14 just misses. Okay, I'm assuming he's going to take the bonus action dodge?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, awesome. Just going to keep that one up.
Why not?
Yeah. So attacking with disadvantage, the Niyogi is just going to keep swiping. He's like, "This is so... You are too infuriating." And it's going to take its second attack as the first one misses. The second one is a 15 total.
Hits.
Okay, 15 does hit for 2d4. 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay. Yikes.
Okay. From that, Ada is out of initiative because she is completely down. Carlisle is going to take its shot at the next automaton. He's like, "Wow, there's so many of these things." He is disadvantaged as well. That was a 9 on the first one before I impacted into it for a 16.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
He's going to be down too.
Yeah, with 13 points of damage. Top of the round, you see from the back of the Starhammer, Zage kind of like hobbles out, and he's not a very fast-moving guy, and he sees Carlisle and the scattering of dead automatons, and he's like, "I didn't build these for cannon fodder," and he is going to just kind of like pull all of this magic behind. He like starts weaving his hands back together and then pulls like this large green goop and thrusts it out at the Niyogi with a spell type plus 5 for an 18 to hit. And he's doing a ray of sickness on the Niyogi. Oh, for 4. Nice. Okay. I guess he's coming to the rescue because he runs up on the deck, madder than all get out at the destruction of his automaton. And he's like, "I'm sick of this," and chucks a ray of sickness at the Niyogi, which impacts into its head, and you see it start rotting from where it impacted, and flesh just like sloughing off and impacting into the ground. And then as it falls to the ground, you look up and you see Carlisle's pistol is leveled at you. And then he just drops it. And he's like, What's going on? And that's where we're going to end the episode here.
Yeah, that's something. God,
man,
what
pulling out
a ride and a half.
All of your resources for this fight. Thank you again so much for sticking out. This is a bit of a longer episode than we've been running.
Yeah, it is.
But it was just nonstop there, and I didn't want to call it any time. And we finally get to the point where the Niyogi all lie dead. The Starhammer and the Scorpion ship have taken down the Scout Spider. And there is this brief moment as you all catch your breath. Carlisle and Carson kind of locking eyes in this harrowing moment. Carson standing at 1 hit point as Carlisle had just leveled his pistol at him before finally breaking the spell. And you look over your shoulder and Zage is just, "I wasn't ready for that," as he looks entirely spent from just that one expenditure of his spell there. And like I said, that's where we're going to call it.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much for sticking out with this episode. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys had just as much fun. Once again, I'd like to give a special thanks to Jason Mordell, I'm out of frame. Jason Mordell of In the Vast Forest on Spotify and Bandcamp. He played all of the music for tonight's session, so please make sure to go and support him as you support us.
Yeah. We're still standing, just barely.
Just barely.
But we're standing, and that's all that matters. So make sure you catch us in the next episode next Wednesday to figure out if Carson can survive one more time. But we did it, and we'll do it again. We'll try our best at least. But check the description, leave us a like, leave us a comment, share us with your friends, your family, and your dog. Until next time.
Touch cat.
That's Duos of Destiny. Thanks, everybody. See ya.